So then for... Oh, is there a funny?
No, just honestly, I was literally just thinking about Pilav's tweet about removing parry. It makes so much sense. Like, because I'm not maybe the biggest fan in the world of playing with positionals in FF, like on Monk, for example. I feel it's a little bit too much, especially earlier in the game where our bosses do a lot of spinning around for no good reason. But, like, that's an experiment in World of Warcraft that they very much didn't continue with in any capacity, in any meaningful way at least, where you've got backstab. That's it. Everyone stands behind the boss by default because that's how you do to avoid parry, but it's so pointless. It feels like a holdover of the existing game having some more elements from being in 2004, being more old school RPG, and I feel like it doesn't really make a ton of sense anymore.
Yeah.
In a world where, bosses are designed in a way that they're all over the place and everywhere at once. Like, especially, fighting Eye of the Jailer. What way does that work? Do you know how that works? Like, if you went in as a warrior tomorrow into Eye of the Jailer, would you think about standing behind the boss? I don't know if it doesn't parry.
Oh, yeah.
So it's stuff like that where I'm like,
Also visually, I mean, it's not like the Jailer's got like a sword to parry you with.
Yeah, so like that's a small thing, but that's a small change. We'll go, yeah, okay, that would make sense. Because that might be like a very, very small percentage of damage taken away from melee that they could be thrown back in. And then if they did that, if they removed parrying, then they could play around with positionals. Because I was just literally, I think it was earlier this week, I was just walking home, and as I do, I was thinking about what way could World of Warcraft introduce positionals in gameplay so melee isn't about standing still and headbutting the keyboard for the whole fight, as it sort of, is at the minute. So it was just me thinking, maybe if you had positionals for finishers or something like that. So, Rampage, maybe, as long as you weren't facing them, maybe it would be significantly better. Or something, a little bonus, just something, anything. And I feel like parry being removed, but then adding them to the design might make a little bit more fun. Just because that's the fun part about playing any melee in like anything. It's why it's so fun in PvP as well. Because, you wouldn't want to remove parry from PvP. Because that's a lot of what, people, move around behind others to avoid parries, to avoid blocks. And I think that stuff's really like... There's a fun bit of gameplay there that's core to the game and core to all games where you can move, and I feel like that's what they really need, is just a little bit for melee to make them feel a little bit better, just a little bit better.
Fair enough.
I think maybe.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I've historically mainly been a hunter, so
yeah,
it's not impacted me that much. But yeah.
And also I did just I did just soapbox for a second there, but sure.
Yeah, hey, how about it?